Dallas Cowboys now have a clear issue on their hands. CeeDee Lamb is sitting out right now. CeeDee Lamb has contract disputes with the Dallas Cowboys, and this is a major issue for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys offense last year, outside of course the quarterback, Dak Prescott, was CeeDee Lamb. If CeeDee Lamb is not in the fold with this preseason, is not in the fold with what's going on, that's a real issue. Michael Gallup just retired. Sure, Jake Ferguson emerged as a candidate, as a pass catcher, a very good one for the Dallas Cowboys. But losing Tyron Smith, losing Michael Gallup, who, yes, wasn't amazing with the Dallas Cowboys, but he's clearly not there anymore. We knew he wasn't going to be from the get-go. He signed with another team, but still, he's gone. Subtract that from the fold. Ezekiel Elliott is back with the Dallas Cowboys. Tony Pollard is gone. The running back room is not as strong. We expect Deuce Vaughn to have a bigger role this year. The Dallas Cowboys, as much as I believe in their competency, because I know that oftentimes there's a doubt of the Dallas Cowboys because of their playoff failures. But during the regular season, this team is very competent. Dak Prescott is a good to very good quarterback in the NFL. I don't think he's elite. But if he doesn't have his number one pass catcher out there, we've seen the stats for quarterbacks when they lose their number one wide receiver. Stats drop. And we've seen Dak without Amari Cooper. We've seen Dak without CeeDee Lamb. He's pedestrian, and I don't think that's necessarily his fault. This is a team that needs weapons badly and are kind of hamstrung with multiple issues now. Micah Parsons' contract is coming up. Dak Prescott wants a new deal. His contract is coming up. And now CeeDee Lamb. Noisy off seasons almost always lead to disappointing regular seasons. Now, the Dallas Cowboys have not been super noisy, but this starts rattling the cages a little bit. And CeeDee Lamb's got to be out there, whether it's just mentoring other players, whatever it is. And then you have the report that the Cowboys are prioritizing a deal with CeeDee over Dak Prescott. These news stories come out, and it's basically, is this Dak Prescott's last year with the Cowboys? If they're prioritizing a deal with the wide receiver before Dak Prescott, you immediately think their season's over before it begins, because if you're prioritizing a wide receiver before a quarterback, kind of tells you think you don't have the right quarterback. And that leads me to my second point. I think it is all but over for Dak Prescott with the Dallas Cowboys. I think this is a swan song. I believe that they're frustrated. I believe that they think that Dak Prescott has taken them as far as they can go. In the regular season, we've seen the statistics. Very good quarterback. Postseason, 2 playoff wins in his lifetime. 1 against the Seahawks, 1 against the Buccaneers, and after that, it's a lot of struggles. And Jerry Jones ain't getting any younger. This is a guy that wants to win a Super Bowl at least one more time in his lifetime. The pressure's starting to mount. It's a pressure cooker over in Dallas. Jerry Jones knows he's got to make a change soon. And when I see that they are hastily trying to figure out the CeeDee Lamb contract dispute, which at some point just gets confusing because just pay the guy already. It's not like you're going to trade him. The Dak Prescott narrative is slowly growing as well, whereas if they don't have a quarterback next year, what are you going to do? And that's the caveat to although I think it's Dak Prescott's final year with the Cowboys because Cowboy fans and Cowboys media and Cowboys front office all just think we got to get rid of this guy because we're not performing. You got to have a succession plan ready for Dak Prescott. And it's not Trey Lance. We know he's not good. We know he can't play. So the Dallas Cowboys have a couple of new stories rising to the surface here, whether it's CeeDee Lamb's contract, Tyron Smith is gone, Micah Parsons is going to want a contract soon, Dak Prescott needs a contract soon, Mike McCarthy's on the hot seat. And now if Dak Prescott doesn't get his deal and if they're prioritizing a wide receiver over a quarterback, that tells you all you need to know. That tells you what they feel about Dak Prescott. He's fine. He's good. We're ready to move on. And if that's the case for the Dallas Cowboys, you better have a succession plan ready. You better have someone ready to go. Because Trey Lance is not that guy. And you're not going to bottom out enough this year to draft a quarterback. Now, are you going to send in a bunch of picks and move up? That's a potential too. But these things are starting to mount for the Dallas Cowboys, in which I've been shown that I am an Eagles, if you ask fans, hater, but I'm a skeptic of the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this division is ripe for the taking for the Dallas Cowboys because of their competency, because of their quarterback play, which was really good last year, and their ability with that quarterback, wide receiver, CeeDee Dak Prescott connection to make things work and score points. You add that defense into the fold that was very good in the regular season last year, pinned their ears back and got to the quarterback. I believe in the Dallas Cowboys' competency, although people relate their playoff struggles to their competency when those two things don't coexist. You start adding up all these issues, it does become a bit incompetent with all these stories rising to the surface. So the Dallas Cowboys, with all these issues, have a lot of clear things to fix before the season starts. And it just goes to show you, if they're prioritizing a wide receiver's contract over a quarterback in which they don't even have a succession plan in place, that tells you what they think of their quarterback. And it leads me to believe their season is over before it really begins.